Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to this Tuesday afternoon, June 7th. We're looking at Window Trader's market profile of SPY, IWM, and triple Qs. A couple of things we have to, especially for newer traders, let's keep in mind. And we talk about balance rules and gap rules, and I always say balance rules are more powerful. Well, the last 2 days couldn't have been a better example of that. As yesterday we tested the balance high, failed. Today we got right to the balance low, almost, failed. And now we got right back almost to the balance high again. So balance rules are incredibly important, number one. Number two, though, keep in mind, this isn't normal, especially with $10 balances, to go to balance lows and highs literally in time frames. Okay? I know it's a $400 number, but generally, you're not getting to balance highs and lows on the same day, back and forth like we do. Keep that in mind. Number three, we're still in balance on the daily. We had a chance to go for the balance low this morning with a nice gap, lower value, and take out last week's low and put the weekly into balance, and we didn't do it. And now we have a chance again to take out last week's high at some point and continue the one-time framing up. Volume horrendous again, only 53, 54 million. Yesterday we did, I think, 58.5, which was the lowest of the year. So we'll see with after hours. We should do better than yesterday, but it's going to be horrendous. All three of our indices go out with price probes because we made new highs in the last half hour. We go out with a price spike above C's high. We go out with a double distribution day when we held those single prints. Russell goes out with a triple distribution day as they hold singles in L and B, price probe, and they get, I'm not going to say acceptance. One day doesn't make a market, but they got above their 50, closed above it by about almost $1. They have an outside day up. Again, now, I'm not going to look at their chart today, but again, because they took out yesterday's low, you can either call it balance to up or up, whatever you want to do, but they have an outside day up, so that's positive. And Qs, though, had nothing except the price probe. They couldn't even get an afternoon pullback. F never took out E's low. So I got back up on the horse today, nothing big. I did not partake in this freaking grind JKL and M, which again, something I want to work on. But I had a decent day, and I missed a couple of trades that I would have done well on. Well, one I missed and one I got a little too fine on. So in A period, we gapped low. I said I wouldn't doubt if we have an inventory adjustment. So what happened? We front run the overnight low. We front run the balance low, which is right here. And then as soon as we get above the opening, I try to grab a long. And guess what? It go bloop, because they're early in the day, they're spreading these calls and puts so much. I'm not going to grab the offer. So I tried to go in between. It went away without me, and I didn't chase it. So I missed that long. That was frustrating because it would have paid nicely. I did take a short the first time against the gap fill in A, and I got paid on it with the 411 puts. Then B period. Took the long to go fill the gap before we took out A's high, which paid nicely, 411 calls. Then in D period, I didn't do anything in C. In D, I took long against the single prints and did well on those, the 411 calls. Then in F, now I'm looking, we had singles in C that filled. Maybe we go fill the singles. At the time, we had value low, single print fill, and yesterday's low, all and half back, all right near each other. I'm like, that's a beautiful area to take a long to see if we defend that. We never fill the single prints. I never get long, and up she goes. So that one, again, A period, I tried to get long, and I put the bid in, but I didn't get it. Here, I didn't do anything. I was waiting for the singles to fill, and I never got it. And then the only other trade I took was an H. We were playing games at the day's high. I took a short at H because you can tell they were playing. You knew at some point, though. And again, I should have been prepared to take a long just to pop the top because you knew everybody was shorting H, I, and J's high. And then, boom, they finally popped the top and went. And then I just watched the rest of the afternoon. We couldn't hold any other single prints. We tried in J. We tried, but... So we never went to a triple distribution day like Russell did, but we certainly finished the day strong. Again, I am not anywhere going to try to get back yesterday's loss in one shot. I can assure you of that. I have to put that behind me and chip away and, just do what I'm normally going to do. Because if you try to do that, that's a recipe for disaster. So, as far as destinations, to the upside, we have today's high, 416.22, daily high. 416.61 daily high, 417.44 weekly high, balance high, and then single prints 417.45 to 75. Above that, we have a large set of single prints, 418.48, and they get filled at 421.11, all from May 5th. For the downside, we have L's high, which is the price probe, 414.97. Price spike, C's high, 413.65. So if we open, now here's a key thing. I'm in fives here. Value is unchanged. We're on both sides of it. But if we do get down, I'll have to see when I'm in ones tomorrow where value high is, because that's going to be important. I know value high is high. So if you get anywhere near the base of the price spike, you're going to have value that's only unchanged. Keep that in mind. Below that, we don't have anything to F's low, which is a single print start, 410.65, and get filled at A's high of 54. And then today's low, 407.61, 407.04 daily low, and 406.93 weekly low. So if we ever do go test the bottom of that balance, there's three lows within 68 cents of each other. Now listen, just because we closed up here, doesn't mean we're taking out the balance high. We saw that played out yesterday, and we played, and this morning on the low. I mean, we gapped lower with lower value. It was a $2.50 gap. So look, anything can happen with these mindless machines, right? Anything. We can gap high tomorrow above the gap, above the balance, or we can take this all back. So know your balance rules. Okay? And as far as Russell, they're going to be really important to keep this triple distribution day, because if you get acceptance back below K's high, you go and test the 50 again. So all very important things going towards tomorrow. And then on the chart. So here's the weekly. We got so close to the weekly low. Hey man, we have a chance to take it out. Rip back up. Weekly is still healthy. Monthly is still down for my money. And the daily is in a 7-day balance. 20 days curling up. The 50 is moving down. We're going to get to one of them first, my friends. I don't know which one. Anyway, thanks for the likes and subscribing. Hope you had a good day trading. Enjoy your evening, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.